Welcome to the podcast.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so scared.
Bikini babes, I'm here.
Is this the Matrix now?
What up, everybody? Welcome to You Gonna Eat That Crust podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Wilson, and with me today, my homie and co-pilot, Seamus Rogers. How you doing today, Seamus?
Hey, I'm doing good. Ready for the show. Hopefully it's a good one. I'm excited.
Great. Also with me, perpendicular to my left, up, down, diagonal, which you always, my other co-host, Greg Hoey. How you doing today, Greg?
Doing awesome. What's up, everyone? How you guys doing?
Nobody ever says doing awesome.
I am. I'm doing great. I'm doing fucking
Nobody
awesome.
ever says doing awesome. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people that said doing awesome.
Today, I went to go get some pizza. I totally teen wolfed on someone's car. I rode my one wheel. I'm doing fucking awesome, bro.
No, if you teen wolfed, you would have been on the rooftop of that said
That's
car.
what I meant. That's what I meant to say. But that I one wheeled after when I got there. My one wheel was in the car. I teen wolfed to that said spot.
Cool.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah, that is pretty great, Greg. We're all really happy to hear that.
Thanks.
Where'd you get pizza from?
Anthony's.
Anthony's.
I was just listening to the job segment today, and when you got fired for going in and saying you bought a pizza, something doesn't add up there.
No, it did. I was going in there to get my check, and Stella would never let you pay for she would make you pay for pizza. So I basically told the girl hey, if Stella asks, I'm paying for this pizza, that's fine. I'll pay for the pizza.
So why would she blatantly announce that you were coming in for a free pizza?
No, I forgot how exactly happened, but it did. Trust me.
See? Something wasn't adding up.
I did get a lot of inquiries.
Oh my god! That's... Hold on a second.
People were sending death threats to this girl that got you fired, and people want to know.
They should. She's a piece of shit.
Worthy. Does she deserve this? This poor girl
Yes,
deserves
she
this.
totally deserves this. Not the girl. The girl doesn't deserve this. She's fine.
But if she just blatantly said, after you asked her to say, after you offered to pay for the pizza, you said, "I'm going to pay for this," and then she said, "Oh, hey, Stella, Greg's just here for a free pizza."
I think she said that Greg's just here for his check, and then I went and Stella thought I don't know, it was something. It was very fishy. It was very close to how I got fired my last job. Shitty.
Well, now I'm questioning that.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I don't like the way this episode's starting. Let's start over.
All right, you want to get on with the shows?
Oh, shit.
I'm just joking, but yeah.
Speaking of starting over, today's podcast is about nostalgic TV shows. What's a nostalgic TV show, you may ask? It's a show that resonates you with, from your childhood or your formative years, and you might have fond memories of fucking watching that shit. So we compiled a list today of our most nostalgic TV shows, sitcoms in particular, and we're gonna hit you off with them today. Isn't that right, boys?
Yes, sitcoms, not TV. It'll be a different list.
Correct. Sitcoms.
Yes.
Situational comedies.
All right, I'll get it rolling today. My first pick was a nostalgic one for me. It was The Wonder Years, made in 1988. The Wonder Years tracks the life in the turbulent late 1960s and early 70s through the eyes of the increasingly less innocent Kevin Arnold. Narrated by adult Kevin, the show follows him as he faces first love and the obstacles of life with his best friend, Paul, who turned out not to be Marilyn Manson, as some people.
I was saying that was Marilyn Manson, but you ruined it.
The show was. I dug the shit out of it. I watched it every week. I watched Kevin and Winnie's fucking rise and fall. I saw Kevin get punched in the arm by his brother Wayne more times than I can count, and I don't know. It was a good
So-
time.
Wayne's the hero of the show.
This is your number 5 favorite sitcom of all existence.
I mean, I guess.
I'm not hating.
Fuck was
on
wrong
that.
with Wonder Years?
That's a great pick. What are you saying? What's up? What up?
I mean, I watched it too when I wore like those alligator V-necks and corduroy pants.
Or the tiny shorts with the little triangles cut to the side.
No, I'm just kidding. Because I actually did my list of then and like more modern shows.
All I can see is Kevin in my head now with a jean jacket on.
Yeah, well, I mean, jean jackets were a thing, Greg.
Hell yeah, they were. Still are for some people.
It's really unfortunate. Kids look like idiots now. No offense, kids. You look like idiots, though.
I like you.
I also
The parents are offended.
good. Stop fucking putting your kids in stonewashed jeans. Stop allowing this shit. Stop putting your kids in big tug sneakers. The 80s is over. We're happy it's over. Let's just move on, people.
The 80s is fucking great, dude.
You think it's great? I hope everyone would look more like Back to the Future 2 at this point in my life.
That's true. But Back to the Future looked like they were from the 80s.
Yes.
It was weird.
Exactly. So it is. Congratulations, it's happening.
Shit. I blew it. I think, I don't even know if it was so much the show as Joe Cocker's theme song in the beginning. Watching him perform was very inspirational to my style of performing. He looks like he's semi-dying when he's singing, and I really dug that about the show.
I love the Cocker.
We know you do, Greg.
That's a great tune.
All right, so Kevin Arnold, Winnie Cooper, fucking Wayne. You know, that was a family. That's where I was at the time. And now I'm here in the future, but still in the same time.
Whoa.
Did you just like travel through space and time?
Is this the Matrix now?
It is what it is, boys. All right, Seamus, since you seem to be the holy master of lists, what is your number 5 pick, man?
All right, well, I'm going September 16th, 1984, Punky Brewster.
Fuck yeah. Punker!
So I had some fun facts. So Vicky the robot auditioned for the role. Remember from Small Wonder? That was one of my honorable mentions. Some Small Wonder. So that girl auditioned for the role. Also, Melissa Joan Hart was the contender.
Of Clarissa Explains It All fame.
Yes. And Fred Gwynn, best known as Herman Munster on The Munsters. Gwynn was said to be eager to distance himself from Munster and agreed to audition with Fry. But when the actress asked if he was Herman Munster, a disappointed Gwynn slinked out. According to the Associated Press, Columbia Pictures, which took over the production of the show when it went into syndication for its 3rd season, sued Soleil Moonfry, who played Punky, for $80 million in 1986. The reason? Fry failed to report to work.
It makes sense.
She's probably getting a boob job or a boob reduction.
Was it a job or were they natural?
Yeah, she got a reduction. Fun fact.
Spitting in God's face.
They hurt her back.
If you remember the episode where she gets the little exercise thing, she's like, I must increase my bust. It clearly works.
Oh yeah. That's ironic.
I have some memories of Punky Brewster. Does anyone else remember that super fucked up Halloween episode of Punky Brewster where she got fucking trapped in the cave?
Yes, with like the ghost, the spirits.
Yeah, dude, her friends were getting like torn apart. Brandon turned into a skeleton. Like some dude was caught in a spider web, like ripped to pieces. Like for the longest time, I thought that was some kind of like dream I had because nobody else remembered it. But good to know that my fellow 40-year-old grown men remember that episode of Punky Brewster.
It reminds me of like the MacGyver episode where he was in the haunted house. It just wasn't congruous with any other episode.
Yeah. Well,
Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Did you watch MacGyver?
No, I didn't.
No, I mean I caught it on USA from time to
Dang.
time.
It's a good show. Mr. Dean Anderson.
It was kind of like the Brady Bunch, that episode where Greg got the necklace. And he
Yeah, I
was
don't remember that
cursed.
one either. So.
You don't remember when he was cursed?
Cursed.
He was
Yeah.
cursed, and he the spider and surfing, and oh my.
I did watch the Brady Bunch movie a couple months ago. Movie was funny as fuck, dude.
Hell yeah, it is.
Yeah, it had some moments.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Marshall's hot.
Sure.
So, also the infamous fridge episode
Oh shit.
apparently was thought up by a kid. So NBC ran a contest in 1985 that solicited story ideas from kids. The winner was Jeremy Reams, who submitted a premise that involved Punky having to perform CPR on her friend Cherry, who had gotten trapped inside an abandoned refrigerator.
The friend didn't know CPR because he fucking didn't pay attention. Alan, because he was melting off in school. We covered that on Greg and Mel on a very special episode.
I mean, would you know how to perform CPR? I mean, would you really feel confident performing CPR on someone?
I've been CPR and first aid certified 6 times, and I've given the Heimlich maneuver 3 times.
Well, you're gross. I was talking about
I mean, I've seen it done on movies and shows.
Well, you're practically certified.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm a professional. I've seen what not to
I'm
do.
gonna trust drown around here. All right, so my number 5 pick of now more modern years is actually Trailer Park Boys. First aired April 22nd, 2001. Ryan, did you watch the show?
I caught the old episodes on YouTube before it became a show.
Because I know Greg never really watched it either. I was wondering if you had.
No.
But
I mean, a little bit. I mean, I'm familiar, but...
One of my favorite episodes is Ricky, and he would wear the same shirt for an entire season. He doesn't change his shirt for seasons at a time. Every season he wears the same shirt in every episode until the season finale. And sometimes it ends with it ripped or destroyed or duct taped together. It's just because he's super poor and he just he doesn't really work either. He's just always he's a shyster.
A bit of a shyster.
Oh, it's hilarious. I mean, it'd be hard to watch the first season because you'd be like, "What the heck is this?" Because it's low budget. But give it a chance. It's good stuff. Also, Ellen Page began her acting career on the show. She played Jim Leahy's lovable daughter, Trina, when she was 15. The first 4 seasons of Trailer Park Boys were all shot at different trailer parks around Canada. Eventually, the boys got fed up with moving the set and rearranging everything. There were also a fair number of noise complaints associated with filming a ruckus around the TV show, so they decided to buy some property and create their own park. Also, for any of you fans out there, if you remember Corey and Trevor, how they just disappeared off the episode and they really didn't explain it. I guess the 2 actors felt they were playing important roles in the show, but were still seeing the payment of second-rate characters. They didn't feel that their time was valued as much as some of the other actors, and their on-set responsibilities usually went much farther than just acting. They would have to move set pieces and fix things that broke, and eventually Jackson fell out of love with the series. Another reason for their departure, this one's pretty funny, involved the fans of the show. Jackson was sick and tired of being treated like Trevor by fans, because when they would go live, they would have a tendency to stay in character while they make their appearances. So apparently their fans would abuse them when they would go live. It's pretty funny.
Well, that's not kind at all.
Well, it's not funny, but it's kind of funny.
Trailer Park Boys. I'll try to catch up. Greg, what's your number 5 pick for nostalgic situational comedies?
Yeah, I did the same format as Shamus. I'm going with Freaks and Geeks, 1990 teen comedy drama from Judd Apatow. You guys seen Freaks and Geeks? Yes?
Not really. See, I didn't really watch it, but I always heard it was good. It looked cool.
You should go back. It stands up. You should go back and watch it now. It's got a fucking great cast.
Stands
Oh,
up.
yeah. Hell yeah. Fantastic cast. But
I gotta still check out The Office.
yeah, hell yeah. That was, man, that's actually an honorable mention for me. Saying that.
If only I could be unemployed and watch TV all day. And this isn't on you, Greg. I know you got a job.
These are old. This is old show, though. This show's 20 years old.
I mean, I've caught sporadic episodes, but I never watched the whole thing up and down.
Yeah, it's just, it's like Apatow at his best. Like, he's just killing it always. He always does.
He's like Wedding Crashers.
No, he's like 40-year-old virgin and knocked
40-year-old
up.
virgin, that's right. Yeah.
So you're saying Apatow was at his best on an MTV
I'm not
series
saying-
20 years ago?
I'm going to say he's at his best. It's not an MTV series. You're thinking of another series, which is also not an MTV series. I think I know what you're talking about, but which is also on my list as well. I'm not saying he's at his best. It's just like, it's a bad choice of words. He's just he's always been really good. So this is like some of his. I think some people's best work are the first few years, the first couple albums, first couple shows.
Yeah. Not so much maybe for actors and actresses. They need to hone their
Oh, of course. Absolutely. But yeah, Freaks and Geeks, if you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. I want to say it's streaming on Hulu, but I could be wrong.
You are wrong.
Okay. Shit.
It is on
What,
Netflix.
do you know everything that's on Hulu?
Well, yeah. I mean, trust me, I know my Hulu, and I know that fucking Office left Netflix to go to goddamn Peacock or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, Peacock.
So you can catch it there, guys.
Freaks and Geeks on Peacock as well?
If you want to. Oh, wait, we're not talking about The Office.
Yeah.
We're talking about Freaks and Geeks, which is on Hulu. You guys can catch that on Hulu.
I think. Don't quote me. But you said you know everything about Hulu, so you would know. Is it on Hulu?
It's on Hulu. Okay. It's on Hulu.
Did. Okay. Let's question you now. Gumshoe Rogers is going to come in and start questioning your story.
And as far as my modern show, I will go with a show that that either of you probably picked. It's going to be The Last Man on Earth, starring Will Forte.
Never saw, even though you recommended it. Times.
I love Will Forte.
There's just too much to watch.
Yeah, I get that. This only made it like 3 seasons, but it has so many. Even though it's called The Last Man on Earth, it has so many great guests. So many great guests. Sudeikis, the fucking Todd father. Christian Shaw is always in it. Like Will Ferrell's got a cameo. Like there's just so many great cameos. But it's if you like Will Forte, which I love him. MacGruber's coming out with a TV series as well. So that's going to be sick.
Nice.
I feel like Forte is just a fancy way to say 40.
Yeah, Will Forte. He's cool, man. I dig him.
I'll be turning 40 in a
Oh, shit. Happy birthday.
Welcome aboard. Feels no different.
Have you seen Slammin' Salmon? Yeah, I saw him again with Will Forte when he's there, and he's got when they come up to him, he's like, I got schistophysitis. I got it hard. And he gives the guy like $1,000 tip. But he's just like sitting at the table the whole time, just drinking the water, and like this guy's like flipping out, like, oh my God, I'm not going to get a tip. This dude's not fucking getting anything.
All right, great. So check out those shows as recommended by Greg. My number 4 pick is motherfucking Elf, 1986. His spaceship is beyond repair. He's ugly. He's short. He's got a bad attitude. What's a family to do? Why? Take in the furry creature, of course, and watch as he comments on humankind and tries to eat the cat, a delicacy on his home planet of Melmac.
So are we talking about Alf or Willie?
Fucking Elf. What the fuck's Willie? Willie Tanner?
Willie was who he lived with, bro. That was his roommate.
Willie. He lived with the whole family, though.
Right.
There was a fucking sister and a fucking brother and a cat.
I was kidding. Your description. No, actually, Willie was kind of tall. Wasn't he?
He was. And angry. He probably had, very high blood pressure.
But that was part of the comedic feel of the show. Willie had to get upset with Alf and frustrated.
Not just upset, he was exasperated, I would say.
Yeah.
And I do want to call back to the TV quiz episode. I feel like I lost out because, Greg said Elf was the answer to the show Elf, but any true, Elf fanatic knows that his name is Gordon Shumway. So to call a mistrial
Oh,
on that
bullshit.
TV show episode.
Ooh, Greg.
It's fucking Gordon Shumway. Look it up,
Yo,
dog.
you
We're gonna have to
gave me
address-
the point. That's on you, buddy.
We're gonna have to address this in a future episode where we take.
Okay, we'll have a sudden death overtime. Ryan and I will have to have a lightning round.
Ah!
I will mediate.
Yeah, I mean, I was a big fan of Elf when it came out. I had the Elf doll. I had the fucking Elf doll in the Hawaiian shirt. I watched the fucking cartoon. I mean, fucking Elf, guys. Come on.
Fucking Elf.
I was watching the fucking Elf too.
Fucking Elf.
Enjoyable, furry TV alien. You don't get many shows
I'm
like
gonna
that.
say I
these
was
days.
not. Probably. I mean, I've seen some Elf, but Elf wasn't.
Nah, I was watching Elf all the time. I mean, when commercial break, I would go for a snack because he'd be right back.
Please don't Elf shame me.
Well, I'm going to say that my number 4 pick for modern day TV shows, and these are going to be sporadic, guys, because I never wrote this list. It's Community. Fantastic show, great cast. I just watched the shit out of it. I mean, Chevy Chase is in that motherfucker. Got kicked off after fucking 2 seasons because he's a racist piece of shit. We got Donald Glover up in this shit, a.k.a. Childish Gambino. Funny as hell.
I never watched this.
It's good.
Oh, man.
It looks like an amazing.
I don't watch it like
It
religiously, but I've seen definitely multiple episodes and multiple clips, especially with Glover and his buddy there. With
Danny
yeah,
Pudi,
they have a good back and forth.
a.k.a. Abed. In
Yeah,
the
they're
TV
great
show.
together.
Danny Pudi, is he the guy in Mythic Quest?
Yes.
Yeah, he's fucking great. And Joel McHale, I've always dug his fucking snarky sense of humor, and he's obviously the lead of the show. And fucking, I don't know, show's hilarious. If you haven't caught it, it's over now. I guess there's gonna be a movie, because that's the way Dan Harmon is. 6 seasons of a movie, baby. I'm voting for it.
I
Let's
feel
do it.
like that 30 Rock, and they kind of they're all pretty good. I mean, I know it's not like Parks and Rec and The Office, but kind of the same humor at least. Maybe not shot the same style, but
I don't know if I agree with that. I think they're completely different beasts, but you're entitled to your opinion, Greg.
They're the same.
They are sitcoms.
They're situational comedies.
Situational comedies.
Jinx.
All right there, Seamus Edgelord Rogers. What's your next pick?
The Edgelord.
So back in the day, I'm going Cosby Show. September 20th, 1984. I know I might get some hate on me because of his shit he's
currently in jail for, but it was a great show.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. What it did for the sweater industry alone was
exactly what I was just going to talk
amazing.
about. So the story behind those sweaters.
You say?
Cliff Huxtable's iconic sweaters were the work of Dutch fashion designer Koos van der Acker. Van der Acker was asked by a customer of his in the early 1980s to make a unique sweater as a present for her friend, Bill Cosby. Cosby wore that sweater on camera while filming an episode of his show. Mail poured in as viewers wanted to know where they could buy a similar garment. Crosby asked Van den Acker to make more, and a legacy was born.
Damn.
Also, you remember Rudy?
Mm-hmm.
She was the youngest. She was the daughter. So, apparently, like, when they originally wrote the script, Rudy was actually a boy, and he was almost played by Urkel, Jaleel White. Yeah. So, in Bill Cosby's original vision, the Huxtables had 2 boys and 2 girls. This was before Sandra was added to the mix. The youngest child, Rudy, was originally supposed to be a younger brother who looked up to Theo. 8-year-old Jaleel White from Family Matters had auditioned so strongly that his agent told his parents that they should start looking for apartments in New York where the Cosby Show was filmed.
Oh shit.
Well, I think it worked out for J. Leo White, anyways.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good these days.
I don't know how he is now. Is he doing anything?
Yeah, he's just riding that Urkel fame.
Yeah, but his parents probably stole all that.
No, he's Urkel, man. He branded himself. He's been all these 80s people are making a comeback and making money off their Urkelness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So all right. So my number 4 for modern era is What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah, buddy.
Probably on your
It is
list,
on my
Greg.
list.
March 27th, 2019. So there's some fun facts. Like What We Do in the Shadows, you know the vampire rules. Apparently they kind of like followed the Lost Boys rules. So basically, the old classic, the Lost Boys. Garlic can't go out in the sunlight, everything
Noodles,
like that.
Michael. You're eating noodles. There's worms. I'm sorry. Fuck.
Yeah. And Colin Robinson's energy vampire came out of an inside joke and is one way to sneak some daylight shots into What We Do in the Shadows because most of it's like filmed at night. So Mark Prosh, day-walking energy vampire who feeds on sucking the life out of a room. So the idea came for this. So this was from Clement, who told the Hollywood Reporter that energy vampire is a term I've heard used to describe people who are difficult to talk to. And I've definitely been cornered by these people at parties. Those people that you feel the need to be saved from, and the longer you're in the conversation, the more difficult it is to get away. It was just taking that to the supernatural level.
Dude, that guy's the best character on the show.
He is awesome. They're all great, though, in their own way.
Oh, yeah. They're all
But,
good characters.
I mean, the movie.
Remember that episode where they had the Council of Vampires? The cast on that one?
Yeah.
They had fucking Blade. Was it Blade there?
He was on the conference call.
But yeah, and I guess Kate Blanchett had wanted to do a cameo and be one of the vampires in that. And they turned her down because she never played a vampire in any TV show movies. So they were all real vampires.
Yeah, and of course the guys who created it, Taika and Jermaine and who else was it? I forgot the third dude's name. But they're like part of the council and they were in the movie as well.
Yeah, they're the Flight of the Conchords guys.
Yeah, they didn't want to reprise
the movie's great as well. Like if you haven't seen the movie, podcasters, like watch the movie. But I kind of like the show more, just because it has like the energy vampire. I fucking love Colin Robinson.
Yeah, I mean, there's more content. They've been able to evolve off the concept.
But again, the movie's great, and the movie is. I watched that on a plane on the way home from Cali, or the way to Cali, and laughed so fucking hard, and probably embarrassed myself on that plane.
We're embarrassed for you too, Craig.
Thank you.
All right, well, that brings us to fucking Greg. What's your number 4 pick, buddy?
All right, well, my number 4 pick is Saved by the Bell.
Oh, that's actually my next
Nice.
pick. So I'll let you take it away.
It's starring Mark Paul Gosselaar, Dustin Diamond, R.I.P., Lark Voorhees, Dennis Haskins, The Man, Mr. Belding, Tiffany Amber Thiessen, Elizabeth Berkley, and The Man, the Legend, Mario Lopez. Fucking don't call me preppy.
So I read something, actually, Mario Lopez had wanted to look like Mel Gibson from Lethal Weapon. He said he didn't realize he had a mullet at the time.
I was just saying that, like, they were doing, like, Saved by the Bell, like, the new classes or whatever, and it was sad that, like, they were going to get Screech involved, but they were kind of, like, beefing a little bit. And they were, like, kind of finally in talks getting Screech involved, but he died of, I think he died of lung cancer, I believe.
Yeah, well, I guess he wrote this
Yours.
fucking tell-all book saying they were all on drugs and having sex the whole time they were making Saved by the Bell. So there was kind of some hard
Apparently
feelings about
they
that
did all
shit.
like date and shit. And I guess Paul Gosselaar and Lark Voorhees dated for like the majority of the show.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
She's
shit.
all fucked up too.
Lisa Tuttle.
Lark Voorhees became a plastic surgery junkie and now looks similar to
she looks
Mr.
weird.
Potato Head.
She was a beautiful
Yeah.
girl. Now she looks, I don't know, like Michael Jackson in the end.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
That's
we all
it.
know one of my favorite episodes. You remember when Mr. Belding's brother, like the whitewater rafting trip, like they all thought he was like so cool, and like he's like kind of like told the kids, like, "Come on, Richie!" Like they were taking the kids on a whitewater rafting trip. You remember that one with Mr.
I
Belding?
Yeah, Mr. Belding didn't think it was a good idea.
Yeah, because Richie's an asshole and he's always gonna abandon them, and he did at the end.
And he brought them into
No,
danger,
he
right?
just like didn't show up, or he blew him off, and they were all like ready to go, and like they were all like super bummed out.
And Belvedere made their day.
Yeah, Mr. Belvedere, he showed up and like cleaned their house and brought him home. And then Mr. Belding showed up and said, "Listen, my brother's a piece of shit." But I forgot who it was. It might even have been what's his name from like Get Out, the father.
Yeah, I don't remember who that is, Greg.
He's the dude from Cabin in the Woods. The scientist.
There's lots of guys in Cabin in the Woods,
scientist,
Greg.
the one of the scientists, not the Step Brothers guy, but the other dude.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Yes.
I'll check that out for sure. I remember the episode where Jesse took the fucking diet pills and got all tweaked out. That was a
one of
hard
those
hit.
That's
serious
another
ones.
very special
Yeah.
episode.
She's had to fucking. She had to study.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so scared. That's like my third time doing that because we did it before. What? That's a great episode.
You're getting better
Yeah.
every
Listen,
time.
how can you not? It's fucking great. Yeah, that's an awesome episode. That's a great show.
Yeah.
It was a good
It's
show.
probably my most nostalgic show out of all, like on my list. Honestly,
Same. Yeah. I had a pretty tight bond with Saved by the Bell as a kid.
For me too.
and
I tried to fucking. I'm not gonna lie. I tried to do my hair like fucking Zach Morris's through most of middle school.
It's
not funny.
it's hilarious.
Apparently he had to like dye his hair every 2 weeks to maintain. the
God
role.
damn, son.
The sacrifices made. Holy shit.
Um,
Makes me want to run out and get a buddy band.
my fourth modern day show, I'll just say, we'll just call it What We Do in the Shadows, and we just talked about that. Fantastic show.
Yeah, not much more to say on that one.
All right.
All right.
It's on
Well,
you, Ryan.
that brings us to the number three. My number 3 pick is The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Debuted in 1990. Will Smith more or less plays himself in this good-natured NBC sitcom. As the show's popular theme song explains, fictional Will's mom sends him away from his rough Philadelphia neighborhood to live with the wealthy Uncle Phil and Aunt Vivian in Bel-Air. Will often has fun at the expense of his stuck-up cousins, Carlton and Hillary.
What about Ashley?
Show was the shit, right?
Show was the shit.
Show was
Ashley
the
as
shit.
well. Don't forget about Ashley.
Tatiana.
Hey yo, let's go.
I mean, Will Smith really got to show his comedic chops before fucking becoming the bad boy action star we all know today. The show was funny as hell. It really stands up still. I still catch it from time to time and have a few chuckles. And, who hasn't laughed at someone trying to do the Carlton, out in
Right.
public?
I used to do it on stage when we would rap the Fresh Prince theme song. Because, if you do the Fresh Prince theme song, you got to do the Carlton.
Naturally. Seamus, you ever vibe with Fresh Prince?
I did. That's one of my. Actually, it's top of my list.
Yeah, it's on my list as well, too.
Just like Saved by the Bell, this is one of those ones where I just watched like them all. I love the show. So apparently, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air saved Will Smith from bankruptcy. When he got to the show, he owed he owed like $2.8 million to the IRS.
Jesus.
Nobly.
Yeah, I guess his rapping wasn't paying the bills. So
Not yet. Not yet.
he was already like an award-winning rapper, but he felt compelled to like keep up the image, so he like just spent money like an new NFL star.
I feel like you tried to say that the show flipped his life and turned it upside down.
Upside down. So I guess his quote is saying, "I had spent all my money and didn't forget, but I didn't pay the IRS. In my mind, I wasn't trying to avoid paying taxes. I was just like, damn, they need their money." Will explain. Desperate to get out of his dire financial situation, Will started to hang out near the Arsenio Hall studio in Los Angeles at his then girlfriend's recommendation, and it ended up paying off.
It's great.
70% of his salary was taken away till like his debt was paid off, which happened in season 3. He paid it off, and he's currently worth $350 million.
Hell yeah.
Big Willie style, baby. Shit.
Get jiggy with it.
It's tight. Yeah, man. I don't know. Not much to say about it other than it's a great
Hell
show.
yeah. I think it's on all our
Great.
lists.
Great show. I miss me some Uncle
Yep.
Phil. Rest in peace, James Avery.
R.I.P.
Yeah, man.
For reals. I'm going to say that my number 3 pick is going to have to be Schitt's Creek. I don't know if you guys watched that shit, but Eugene Levy and Dan Levy, fucking, what a team.
I'm
What
so
a
sick
team.
of
Dan Levy's fucking
so
hilarious.
Sick of hearing about it.
Oh my fucking God. Fucking
I'm
watch
just
it,
joking. I'm
asshole.
gonna watch it, but yeah, I hear great things about it.
I watched a couple of 2 or 3 episodes. I liked it. That's not that I didn't like it. It's just, I don't know, circumstantial, I guess, that I didn't watch more. But I liked it.
Circumstantial. What's the circumstance?
I don't know. It just went on something else. Something else happened in my life, or I found a different show, or it wasn't like I didn't like the show. It just life went on. Obladi. Oblada.
Shit. All right there, Seamus. What's your number 3 pick?
So obviously my number 3 pick of then was Saved by the Bell, which was Greg's last pick. But my number 3 pick of the modern days, Workaholics. April 6, 2011, first episode. Kyle Newacek, co-creator, episode director, and the guy who plays drug dealer Carl on the show, grew up with Blake Anderson in Northern Carolina. Their first collaboration was an elementary school era comic called Funyun Protectors, about anthropomorphic Funyun snack rings who were also superheroes.
He's the human genius.
I had to Google Funyun. I wasn't sure this is what they were talking about because I don't
You know what a Funyun is?
Right, you had to Google Funyuns.
Fucking
Oh my
onion,
God.
which is fun.
Yeah, well, I think onions are the most foul thing on
Well,
the
not
planet.
the fun ones.
If I could build a
God.
time machine, I'd go back in time and
Yeah, but have you
abolish the
tried fun ones yet? Like the fun kind. The fun onions?
Yeah. They're lame.
God, they're fun.
So they started performing together in high school, and after graduation, moved to Orange County to attend community college, which is where they met Adam Devine in an improv class. Anders Holmes joined the group when he met Devine at the famed Second City in Los Angeles, and they all started making web videos. So while taping the first season of Workaholics, Adam Devine and Blake Anderson were so convinced that the show was going to be a flop that they, would be canceled. So that to save money for rainy days, they actually lived in the party house where the characters resided, where the show was taped. Anders at the time lived with his real girlfriend. But Devine Anderson moved out when the show's success enabled them to afford proper lodging. But Anderson said the old place has turned into this weird flop house where their friends and family have crashed. Anderson's younger brother lived there for a spell, as did Devine's best friend from high school. Devine says the place remains infested with giant rats that are the size of a newborn. That was a cool house.
Yeah, it's wicked sweet. Yeah, it was mail order comedy was what their internet videos. What they did before. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, better TV show than a podcast. No
I mean,
offense.
obviously,
I
it's a better
agree.
TV show than a podcast. It's one of the best TV shows out there, in my opinion. But their podcast is fucking hilarious, especially the last couple. I've been listening nonstop.
Second that.
I
gotta
listened
catch
to
up.
like almost 2 or 3 episodes today. They're fucking great. But their show, like, to me, there's a show. I have a couple shows on my list that I was like, oh my god, there's never going to be a show funnier than this. And like, I'm not saying it is, but I'll just say Workaholics definitely competes with those shows. Like, it's great.
Hear ye.
All right, Greg, that brings us to you. What's your number 3 pick?
So I'm gonna go with another Judd Apatow. It only went 1 season, but talking about 2001 Undeclared. Have you guys seen this show?
Not familiar with this.
Oh my god, dude! This one is better than Freaks and Geeks. You should watch this before Freaks and Geeks. It's got Charlie Hunnam from Sons of Anarchy, Seth Rogen, Jay Baruchel is the star, Jason Segel, Kyle Gass from Tenacious D. Like, dude, it's like the cast is ridiculous, and that's just like a college. But like, dude, Will Ferrell has got a cameo where he's like a 40-year-old working at or living on campus doing people's paper for him, and he's like on speed. That's like
How many ceilings?
just one.
Okay, maybe.
Oh, dude, it's and the girl Monica, or I forgot her. I think Monica Keena is her name. Get at me. Yeah, dude, she's the chick from Freddy and Jason.
Sounds familiar. Yeah, she was.
Yeah, dude, like it's got great. That show has fantastic cameos. Like Adam Sandler and his crew are in that. Like in an episode, and like his crew kind of gets like the head of the episode, like or like the lead of the episode. Adam Sandler kind of fucks off, and that dude with a weird voice like that who talks like this. I don't know. It's a fucking awesome show. I can't believe it only went 1 season.
Well, they were all probably had all shit going on.
Yeah, the cast is great, and yeah, if you haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out. I love that show. And
Word.
for my modern show, since everybody's sniping my shows, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
This is like you just sniped
Yeah,
my show.
exactly. I'm sniping everybody's show. Everybody's been sniping my show, so
Well, you've sniped like
I
2
know
or
we're
3 of
sniping
mine.
each other's. We've all said that.
All right. Well, don't act like you ain't. Your shit don't
It
stink.
does a lot. I got kicked out of my house almost once for it. Want to talk about it? Just kidding. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's like the longest running situational comedy in history.
Yeah. So what was before they just got renewed for a 15th season? What was the one that had it before? Harry and Ozzy, The Adventures of Ozzy and Harry.
Which ran 14
I've never
seasons from
seen that
1952. Well, I hope so, because it ran from 1952 to 1966.
Oh yeah, I don't do black
There's
and white.
Seamus, what are you up to this weekend? Not much. Just watching The Adventures of Ozzy and Harriet again.
Not.
Not.
Sorry, I'm sure it was a wholesome
Yeah.
show.
But, in my opinion, I fucking love LD. We'll get to him later. But It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is the best show of all time, in my opinion. I fucking love it. There's a reason why it's the longest.
It's so rewatchable. Yeah. You can rewatch the episodes over and over, man. And they said that like the reason that that's the longest running show is because there's no character development or growth whatsoever, which is brilliant.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that though. Max kind of grown a little bit, and
no, there's obviously a little bit, but they pretty much stayed the same.
Maybe a slight transformation.
I mean, yeah, they filled out the characters more, but they really just stayed true to their.
The writing is so wacky and off the wall. Like it's like even before they had Danny DeVito, I thought it was great. But adding Danny DeVito, obviously, he's fantastic and adds so much to the show.
Well, yeah, they said that Danny DeVito. So Danny DeVito became involved because his kids were fans, and the people at was it FX had said that they need a big name or the show's gonna just tank. They're not gonna get anywhere, so that's why they brought him on for season 2.
Well, that works.
And I guess the pilot shot was shot for under $100.
Yeah, it was the coffee. It was the coffee. He was stopping by to see if Charlie had like a basketball or coffee to use. He's like, "Oh, sorry, man, I got cancer." And he's like, "Oh," and he's like trying to get away from him.
Right. I didn't care.
So like,
There's just
good.
There's not enough TV shows you can tune into where the cast huffs paint together.
Yeah.
All right, I only know one.
In my opinion, Charlie is at least top 3, but potentially the best character in television history for me. For comedy. Yeah, well, yeah, like I said, I mean, fucking Dennis, dude.
But yeah, I love Charlie. I mean, Dennis too. Like,
I mean, come on.
They're all great.
Spa Day?
Yeah.
Are you trying to say Spaghetti Day?
Even Cricket.
Rickety Cricket, man.
It was just a good show. It's
like human meat.
Season 4.
Yeah, it's so great. And the last couple seasons have been fantastic. It's like it's not slowing down. At that, it's pretty insane.
It always baffles me when I know people who are into similar TV shows. I'm like, you watch It's Always Sunny? Like, nah, I don't really get it. I'm like, what? The fuck's wrong with you? Just don't understand that.
Yeah, I guess we all probably have a show that we don't all agree on, though, and we mostly have.
Well, like you said, there's not enough time in the day,
Sure.
man. There's just so many good shows, and even if you appreciate the show, you don't have the time to fucking watch it.
Right. Sometimes you just maybe didn't give it enough episodes.
I don't think I got into Sunny until season 4 or 5, and then I started watching it like live and shit. But yeah, it was fucking great.
Word. So that brings us to number 2, baby. My number 2 is Family Matters, 1989. Policeman Carl Winslow has enough to deal with on the job. When he gets home, he still has to handle the kids, his wife, Harriet, whose character was first introduced on the sitcom Perfect Strangers, his mom, a sister-in-law, and Urkel, the nerd next door who doesn't understand he doesn't actually live with the Winslows.
Urkel, the nerd next door.
Great show. It was on my honorable mention list.
Dude, TGIF,
Hell
baby.
yeah.
I mean,
Hell
I tune in for that shit every week, man.
What network was TGIF?
I don't know. Something that ends with a C and has a B in it.
I don't think it was a network. It was just a saying. It was just...
No, it was a fucking whole... Dude, it was a whole fucking Friday night thing.
No,
TGIF.
Thank God it's Friday,
same.
but it was like NBC. Thank God it's Friday. Like they had it was kind of like a theme for the night.
Yeah, and that's why I was asking what network it was on.
Well, all I know is that it's Friday night and the mood is right. Gonna have some fun. Show it's how it's done. TGIF. I mean, so many memorable episodes when Steve became Stefan.
Steve was Urkel's the friend next, or no, that was the brother. No, it was the friend.
No. Steve Urkel. He went through a machine and became a cooler version of himself, Stefan.
Yeah, Stefan Urkel.
Yeah, I remember this.
Yeah, when he was like...
smooth
by the way, I have the answer, and it is ABC.
Good job, Greg.
Woo! Good nerd.
Your ability to Google is just
I wasn't
awe-inspiring.
Googling it. I just had to think really hard about it. And it
Now, are you sure it wasn't NBC? Just fucking
oh,
with your head
shit.
now.
Hold on a second. Wait. No, it's ABC.
I mean, who can forget learning how to do the Urkel? Learning how to do the Urkel. Fucking robot Steve Urkel. I mean, his affinity for cheese. It was just.
I do that?
Damn.
And those tight jeans, tight rolled,
Bow
tight
tie.
jeans.
With the suspenders.
Oh, we're definitely the best.
You know, I'm at a point in my life where, like, you know, I have a gut, right? And protrudes from where it should. But on the other side, I have zero ass. It's like a straight drop from my head to my feet.
What you call it, a fupa?
It's like a front man fupa. And now I'm just at a point in my life where it's like my pants won't stay up no matter how tight the belt is.
Fat
And
upper penis.
do I have to wear suspenders?
Or you just wear low. You just wear them low on your ass so that they fit.
There's no ass, Seamus.
All right.
There's nothing preventing them from hitting the floor.
What I'm saying is, you need to stop buying a waist size for your belly and buy it for your hip size.
Thanks, Seamus style.
I don't know.
I'll talk to my tailor about it.
Just talk to me off air. We'll talk later.
Well, so it's a toss-up between suspenders and sweatpants, and I'm leaning more towards suspenders.
You
Sorry,
should,
Greg.
because you can get like all cool different themes.
Please. Still, I'm rocking the sweatpants for like months straight. Let's go.
America's full of slovenly sweatpants. We need more suspenders in our lives.
Mm-hmm. I feel like there should be some sort of hashtag about it. We'll come up with
like suspenders are basically like highways for ticks to get to your shoulders and hair. Fact.
Wow, that's what you're worried about?
Come up with that?
I just made it up.
Rainbow roads. If you have rainbow suspenders.
Exactly, dude. It's like Mario caught up in that bitch. They're coming right up really fast. Boom, they're on you.
Well, guess what? Ticks go off track and they're gonna.
Oh no, I'm scared. This place is fucking bad. He said.
Dude, I got 4 acres in the middle of nowhere, and there's just ticks galore out here. You guys wouldn't last a day.
I hate them. Those filthy ants, filthy bugs.
Yeah, they're gross.
First tick I ever had was on my testicles. True story.
How old were you?
10.
Yeah, have your mom remove it.
No, she was at work, and I called her. I was like, "Mom, there's a bug that's like hooked on my scrotum, and I don't know how to get it off." She's like, "All right, Ryan, it's a tick. You're gonna have to pull really hard."
My dick? No, the tick. Oh,
and that was the first time I removed a tick and had an orgasm at the same time. Thanks, Mom.
Smoke a cigarette after?
The tick smoked a cigarette after. It was very strange.
Oh man!
Did you burn it or flush it or what?
I was 10. I don't fucking know what I did.
Let it go and it went on the dog.
I let it go because I knew if I let it go, it would have to come back, and then it was meant to be.
Yeah, I saw my friend Josh put a picture up and he had a tick on his eyelid. Yeah, and my buddy's like, "Oh, sleep with your dog?" I say, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh my god, my dog sleeps in my bed. I better not have ticks in my eyelids."
Oh, I mean, that's at least something you wouldn't miss in the morning.
That's true.
It's not like it would have long.
My eyes itchy. Oh, great, that's a tick in my eye. That's gonna be a project.
I'm more worried about the ones in my hair or behind my ears.
So you don't have to worry about that. I can fucking see that shit because I ain't got no hair.
Well, I have these luscious locks still, and I'm sure they'd love to get all up in here.
Sure they want to.
I'll find you though, ticks. I'll find you.
They want to get all up in my monkey tail, but they ain't doing it.
Nobody wants to get up in your monkey tail, Greg. Ticks included.
I hope so.
You probably just created the world's first tick repellent that's natural.
That'd be awesome.
Even bacteria avoid.
I have the video game cone projecting out, so when I walk around it, it just ticks spread away from me.
Well, at least it does one good thing.
It's like Metal Gear Solid.
Family Matters, good stuff. I don't know. I like other shows too, like the hit show Parks and Recreation. I guess that'll be my number 2 pick. Watching the transformation from Chris Pratt being a fat dude to being a fucking jacked Marvel superhero made it all worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous.
That has nothing to do with Parks and Rec.
He's a demigod Star-Lord.
That was his origin story, Greg.
He's hilarious. He's awesome in Parks and Rec. I mean, I've seen pretty much almost the first season. Not the whole thing. But yeah, he's great. And the cast is great. That show is awesome. I do need to watch that as well.
Yeah, it's one of my all-time favorite shows. I mean, it's great chemistry between the cast and lots of yucks to be had. So watch that shit, yo.
That's the one with Ralph Macchio. Or not Ralph Macchio. Ralph, what the fuck's the dude's name? John Ralphio. Yeah. That dude's hilarious anyway. Yeah, that guy's awesome.
He's the fucking shit, dude. One time I thought I saw John Ralphio at an ice cream place in Maine, but I was too intimidated to ask him if it
You
was
John
him.
Ralphio. Yeah,
I'm gonna start an alter ego, and Ralph Johnny.
Johnny,
I mean,
oh, shit.
yeah,
Believe it.
it's gonna be my Ziggy Stardust.
We've all been waiting for your Ziggy Stardust moment, Seamus.
Well, you'll see it soon with Ralph Johnny coming in 2022.
Speaking of two, Seamus, that brings us to your number 2 spot. What do you got, baby?
I'm going back to Love and Marriage, Married with Children.
Fucking
It
A,
was
bro.
Fox's first primetime show on Sunday, April 5th, 1987. I guess the show was pitched with Sam Kinison as Al and Roseanne Barr as Peggy.
How'd that work out for Sam
That would have been
Kinison?
really loud. Married with hearing aids.
They would have had much uglier children. Also Michael Richard auditioned to play Al.
No shit.
Career ruined Michael Richard.
Yeah, he'll come back.
Yeah.
Good show. I mean, it was probably ahead of its time, and like it was pushed. I think it pushed the limits a little bit.
Yeah, it was like the first like raunchy cable comedy.
Yeah.
I just remember tuning into that show like in the early years, like when it first came out, fucking using a coat hanger in the back of my TV with tin foil up to the ceiling and shit to get it to come in. Good times back then, baby. Good times.
All right, so my new age number 2. I think I'm about to. Greg, you feeling this?
Son of
You're
a
getting
bitch.
sniped. Curb Your Enthusiasm. October 15th, 2000.
Pretty good.
So all the dialogue is improvised by actors on the set. They're saying that which means they take a lot more takes to get it right. But also Larry David, Richard Lewis met when they were 12, and apparently they hated each other. They were attending the same summer camp. Lewis had said, "I despised the guy and he hated me." Over a decade later, the two reunited on the New York stand-up comedy circuit. So I read, you know how Larry and Jeff are always getting new mansions and stuff like that throughout the show. So I guess they were moving so often on the show because the real neighbors were complaining about how loud they were in the production.
It was all Susie.
Yes, exactly. So, almost every scene of Curb Your Enthusiasm would devolve into all yelling match. Especially when Susie. Ted Danson only agreed to be in Curb Your Enthusiasm because he felt sorry for Larry David. He said, "I didn't meet Larry until shortly after he had shot the pilot of Curb Your Enthusiasm. We sat there looking at this pilot up in this attic room that was the only room that had a TV in it. It was boiling hot. It was after dinner, and a couple of folks watching fell asleep. I felt a little sorry for him. I thought, it's a nice idea, but..." I said, "Well, let's be supportive." He said, "Hey, Larry, if you ever need anybody, please call us. We'd love to take part in any way, shape, or form." And a year later, he got the call.
It was a slow start to begin with the first Curb. The first couple. It got better as it went. It's pretty funny to hear that though, because he made fun of Ted Danson all the time on Seinfeld. George was always complaining, "Ted Danson gets this. Ted Danson gets the plane."
I loved it. I mean, in a lot of ways, I thought it was better than Seinfeld.
Oh yeah,
but only because it was just rated R. Was allowed to do more.
It makes me. It shows you how much of an influence that Larry David had on the show. But obviously, Jerry Seinfeld's great too, and they were great minds. Together, they were awesome. I think Seinfeld could have been, Always Sunny in Philadelphia long, but I'm thankful for Curb.
Just like Seinfeld, he had a great cast, and it's like the rated R Seinfeld.
R.I.P. I can't think of his name.
Yeah.
What's his name? Fucking Super Dave.
Jeff
no,
Green?
Super Dave. There.
Fuck.
Can't do that. Fucking edit that. You know what I'm talking about. He was always in it. He was the surrogate
Yeah,
in
dude.
fucking
Yeah, he was.
Arrested Development.
I don't know. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Dave
dude.
Osborne.
He's
What the
fucking
fuck is his
hilarious
name?
in Curb too. Like with the father when his
Yeah.
father died and he was like at the game and like his car was broken down and he was like, Larry, I need your help. My car's broken down. He's like, why don't you get your father to push? Why don't you get your father to jump you? He wouldn't let him sit at his seat.
Oh, Bob
Yes.
Einstein.
Yeah. R.I.P. to him.
I think the show only got better when they introduced Leon too. Man, Leon's the fucking
Hell yeah.
shit.
JB
The blacks.
Smooth.
Too.
Yeah, dude, he's fucking
Okay,
hilarious.
oh, I actually read something. What was it? Apparently, he only auditioned for the show because he was in LA for like a funeral.
Well, good, I guess.
Oh man, yeah, JB Smooth's great. We first laid eyes on him on Pootie Tang.
Right?
What a time.
Was he? He was.
Yeah, he's the
right?
main dude.
He was
He
Pootie
narrates the
Tang.
movie.
Good shit. It's all right. Well, Greg, what's your number 2 pick, baby?
Well, my old school nostalgic pick is the last one I have because my other ones were sniped. This one would be Third Rock from the Sun.
Interesting
Yeah, what's
choice.
up? What up? Yeah,
John
my
Lithgow.
boy. You know, you said I needed to throw him a bone. I was busting on the last podcast. I thought, hey, let's give Lithgow his due.
Take backs and appreciation.
Yeah, apologies and epic slams. Now, I thought it was great. I thought it was a cool concept. I always thought it was funny. The what's her name was kind of crazy, but she was hilarious. I thought the tall girl there, and I wasn't a huge fan of the French lick. What's his name? Super. Yeah,
The weird one
he was pretty.
with the
Yes.
squinty eyes.
Yeah, he seems like he would be like a child molester or some kind of fucked up. I don't know. He just looks fucked up.
Ah, shit.
Well, you ever think he looked fucked up because he was acting?
Open your eyes, bro.
He was thinking real hard.
He was thinking. Okay, here we go. Yeah, 96 to 2001. Obviously, Lithgow, but also famed Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
He was a little. He was
Yeah,
a little boy.
he was a little one. Kristen Johnston is the girl I was talking about, and French Stewart is the dude I was talking about.
All right. Thanks for the
You're
clarification. I didn't know that was Joseph Gordon-Levitt that was in that show.
Yeah,
That's
he's
funny.
like the dude, the kid with the ponytail.
No shit. Yeah, I see it now. Now that I close my eyes and really think about it, I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
JGL. Cool, man.
JGL. Yeah.
Honestly, the only episode I can remember is like John Lithgow in the fucking leather pants. So if you guys haven't seen that one, like at least look it up on YouTube. Like just watch them try to move in them. Like they're so fucking tight and they just like creak so loud every time
I have
he walks.
seen that
dude.
one. I know what you're talking about.
What was it Jane Hook, something like that from Saturday Night Live? Like lost her shit when he wore the leather pants to the fucking set, and she couldn't keep a straight face during the filming.
I don't remember. I mean, I remember I watched the show a few times. I thought I liked it. I just don't remember a lot of episodes.
Greg, did you have a number 1 choice for current?
All my shows got taken up, so I will throw my honorable mention out there, which I was going to go would be The Office. So,
Sure.
Who doesn't love The Office? Other than Seamus, because he hasn't seen it. Watch it! Michael Scott, one of the best characters. I mean, it's all great. They're all great, you know.
I got the theme song in my head right now. I'm ready to go.
You're ready to subscribe to Peacock and start binging.
Get on that Peacock.
Minus the P.
Bye. If you're lucky.
Ew.
Nope.
Go ahead, Greg.
You ummed first.
Nope. Well, I don't know where I was going with that. So
I was going with The cast is great, everybody, and look where they are now. Especially Kevin. He's really killing it lately. He's in everything.
Which one's Kevin?
I can't go anywhere without seeing Kevin. No, he's the one who hasn't done shit but The Office. Though I do think Kevin is funny. I've come around on Kevin. He's the fat, lazy one.
Yeah, Kevin's awesome.
Yeah, he's pretty funny. But
John Krasinski obviously made that dope ass horror movie about not
That
talking.
movie's the shit, dude. I was so bummed out. The second one got delayed. I was gonna go see a screening in California. Quiet Place.
Oh.
Have you seen that?
Isn't Craig Robinson?
Yeah, Craig Robinson's in The Office. Yeah, and I thought it really took off when Ed Helms joined The Office.
Ed Helms is the fucking shit, dude.
Ed Helms gets in season 2. Tuna. Like him and Jim together are great. That one scene where he's kind of bummed out in the car, and then Jim just away, and then all of a sudden he's like, ooh. He just fucking gets, oh man, that fucking gets me every time. But yeah, even the cameos they have are great too. Packer, or the dude from Anchorman there.
Yeah.
What's his name? Well, his license plate, Well Hung. He's like, oh, you like William Hung? Everybody always says that. Yeah.
I love some William Hung.
She bangs.
Christmas special.
She definitely bangs.
It's all about that Christmas album. Yeah. Get it. Stream it now. Well,
yes, do that.
Or around December.
But Michael Scott though is just great. He plays the best dumb ever. Actually, I guess I can't say that because Charlie does as well. But yeah, Michael, it's a different kind of comedy,
Charlie Day. I don't know.
It would be great to see him on The Office. I could see Charlie on The Office. Actually, it'd be pretty fucking funny.
Greg, I didn't want to be the one to tell you this, but The Office is over. Yeah, but Charlie Day won't be on The Office because
I know they've never rebooted or brought back anything ever.
It is streaming on Peacock, though. If you want to,
if this Peacock gets hard and heavy, then it could come back. You never know. We could have a Charlie Day sighting on that Peacock.
For realsies. All right. Well, fucking my number one was Saved by the Bell. So do what you will with that information.
I'm so excited.
Get you some hammer pants like Mario Lopez and just go for it.
He was the Colonel in that sweet movie.
That's everybody seen that movie? I want to know how legit.
It's just a ridiculous 15-minute comedy.
Oscar worthy.
Oh, of course.
But I want to know how legit their gaming console is that keeps your chicken warm.
It's awesome.
Anybody who bought KFC's gaming console that keeps chicken warm while you game, please write in or call or write to us. Let us know.
Or KFC if you want to send us one. That'd be awesome too.
Yeah. We'll plug it every episode if you send us one.
We will eat your chicken.
Good stuff. Seamus, what's your number one show?
So, number one show from the past, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. We already covered this. And my number one pick of the now, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which was already covered as well.
Great. We're flying through them now.
Fantastic.
Greg, what you got, baby?
That's it for me.
That's it. We're done. All right, we did it, guys.
So, I would like to honorable mention. I already did Small Wonder, and I had Family Matters, so I'm going to do honorable mention for now. Arrested Development, Eastbound.
Oh yeah, they were definitely on my list for sure. Eastbound is. I was trying to find a way in there for them. There's so many shows, just like music. You go on and on. I have actually honorable mention the podcast I do, Greg and Mel. We're shooting it this morning, and Mel gave me her top picks for this show because she was interested in what we were doing, and it's Her old ones were The Cosby Show, Patty Duke, Full House, 90210, and Punky Brewster. And then she had Modern Family, The Middle, Ryan's favorite show, Blackish, Fresh Off the Boat, and The Goldbergs, which I actually heard was a really awesome show.
The Goldbergs is great. I've watched every episode of that show. It's nostalgia city, baby.
It's Jeff.
And for the record, Greg, I enjoyed Blackish. Okay,
I know you did. I love Anthony Anderson. He's the shit. The Goldbergs has got Jeff from Curb in it.
Yeah, I know. I've watched them all.
I was letting that was more for Seamus.
Great. Well, now Seamus knows. Also, this show, the Goldbergs, might be responsible for Spaceballs 2 coming out because at the end of one of the episodes, the main character had a dream that Darth Helmet came to his house and told him to write the script for Spaceballs 2. He's involved with Mel Brooks, and I guess they're working on it.
Nice.
Rick Moranis' first time on TV since he wasn't.
I still like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. That's a good movie.
I prefer Honey, I Shrunk the Kids too.
Honey, I Shrunk the Babysitter.
Oh, Honey, I Blew Up the Kids is good too.
And, you guys might be noticing that there was a gaping wound in all our lists. It's because on all of our lists, we had Seinfeld as the number one show.
Yeah.
We decided
to leave that off because we all knew we'd have it on there.
Yeah, we didn't want to bicker who got it, so we just want you to know that Seinfeld was probably all our number one pick and is one of the greatest shows in television history.
It might not be it's probably my number one nostalgic pick, but not maybe.
Yeah, well, I mean, not for, there's lots of great shows that have come since, but back in the day, I watched Seinfeld every day and regretted not a moment.
Festivus for the
All right, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for everybody's favorite segment.
Would you rather?
All right, Greg, I think you have some would you rathers for us today. Why don't you hit us with those, Greg?
I got 3 that I made myself, and then one I stole from the internets, the interwebs. Would you rather be lost at sea in a safe boat with no gas for 2 weeks with food and water, or lost in the rainforest with a machete, a flashlight, food and water for 2 weeks?
I think I'm going on the boat. Since I love boats and hoes
anyway. Just think you're in the middle of the sea, you have, no gas.
Well, I'm going to hope that no storm comes or anything untoward, and I know that something bad's going to happen in the rainforest if I have no shelter.
You have food and water for 2 weeks in both situations, and you have a machete and a flashlight.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about all those goddamn bugs and whatever else, freaking panthers and shit.
I guess I've watched way too many David Attenborough documentaries that now I'm fucking horrified of the ocean. Yeah. That deep shit fucking ocean creatures are scary as fuck, dude.
I'm not planning on going for a swim. I'm staying in the boat.
All right, well, you don't know about Cthulhu, obviously, and that would be something I would worry about the whole time.
Well, I don't know. Our goods from China still make it here every day, except for PS5s. I don't know. Cthulhu got those
God
shipments.
Damn, he totally did.
Shit. I don't know. I find the ocean terrifying, and it's just too massive and makes me feel like the tiniest thing of all time. And I don't want to get swept underwater and carried away and then, eaten by anglerfish. I'm all set. I think I'm going to just clear out a nice spot in the jungle. I'll build me a nice lean-to with my machete, and I'll just kind of vibe until help arrives.
I think anglerfish only eat you if you go for the carrot. But yeah, I mean, I would love to explore the rainforest if I had a guide and automatic weapons and a hazmat.
Those are all reasonable answers. I'll accept that. For number 2, for a month, and you cannot hide this, would you rather have a mullet a rat tail, half your face shaved, or a monkey tail? Ryan?
I guess I'm gonna go with the mullet. I mean, I could just play it off for a little bit, and I'm like, oh, I'm hip and relevant still, guys. I have a mullet now. And then, after the month was over, I'd just shave my head and go about my days. But yeah, I mean, I already did a mullet once, and I've done a rat tail, so I've already done these
things.
things.
Get more experience points if you do a half a face shave or a monkey tail or a rat tail.
What kind of idiot would do that?
Points.
I'll just grind with the mullet and the rat tail.
Mullet and the rat.
See, that's a tough decision. I've never had either, and I've always wanted.
Holy shit, dude! I just pictured you with a rat tail in my head. it looked awesome.
When I grew up, I just had a stupid bowl cut, and I looked like, like even now, like if I don't put product in my hair, I look like the guy from Dumb and Dumber. Like I look like my bangs are just like hanging across my forehead. What's his name?
Lloyd Christmas.
Yeah. I mean, if he's going mullet, I guess I'm going to go rat tail. I mean, either way, I can rock a jean jacket with either or. So,
it all depends how you play it off. If you walk down the street like you're the baddest motherfucker, I mean, just own that shit. That's all you need to do. Just own it.
You go mullet and jean jacket. I'll go rat tail and windbreakers.
I'm coming in with my monkey tail.
Could I change Could I go mullet, cut off flannel shirt, cut the sleeves off a flannel shirt?
Absolutely.
All right, that's where I'm going with this then.
Sweet. Very nice. I like it.
No idiot in his right mind is going to go with a monkey tail.
Or a half-shaved face. You get more experience points. It means you have more confidence and you can pull it off.
I'm already level capped, bro.
I look in the mirror and I see my monkey tail and I say, God damn. It's brilliant. Looks fantastic.
I get it.
Greg, just in case the listeners aren't aware, what exactly is a monkey tail?
It's a mustache that goes around your lip and kind of wraps your goatee and then goes up your sideburn, but it doesn't connect on one side, so look it up. It's the monkey tail beard. I just found out about it. If I had known about this thing would have been on stage years ago. Trust me. Okay?
It's very asymmetric.
It's amazing. And, I'm rocking it. All right, moving on to question 3. You need to serve 2 years. Would you rather be a Starship Trooper, Ryan's Roughnecks, or a Colonial Marine, the old shamey bastards, or vice versa? Flip those names because you could, choose. But you got to serve 2 years.
Colonial Marines is like in Aliens and Predators.
Yes, sir.
And the other one is Starship
Yes.
Troopers. Yeah, I mean, like 90% of those motherfuckers die to aliens, regardless, if not more.
Well, you better hope you're in fucking Ryan's Roughnecks.
I mean, they all seem like horrible deaths.
They are horrible deaths, but if you're smart,
Well, I think I gotta go Colonial Marines, man, because the Starship Troopers just sent right into the hellfire.
Dude, fuck that. I would rather be a fucking Ryan's Roughnecks any day than get a face hugger with his fucking tail down my throat, putting little babies in me. Like, I'm all set with that. Like, I'll go out quick with those ant things.
I was thinking that too. Like, I feel like it'd be terrible, but they just tear you apart and they don't eat you alive, or they don't eat you from the middle. You're not burning your face with acid.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. It's a quick death, unless those they carry you off like the flying ones and rip you in half.
All right, I'm gonna join the platoon. I'm in Ryan's Roughnecks as well. Going for a quick death or a promotion,
And
followed by a death.
I'm Doogie Howser.
I'm gonna be in the Psionics division with Doogie.
That's the way to go. Listen, it's scared of us. Okay.
It wasn't scared. It wasn't.
Last question from the interwebs. Would you rather be able to control animals or see into the future?
You're asking if I'd rather be like a level 6 woodland ranger or a level 8 psychic.
You could have your way with the livestock anytime you want, and they would never tell.
All right. Well, I tell you what, I have like terrible fucking luck. And if I could just see what was going to happen before it happened, I could maybe prevent some of that shit from happening. So I'm going to have to go psychic. I don't know what I do with a bunch of animals at my helm.
Seriously, what am I going to
But
do?
please.
Right. What would your superpower name
First
be?
of all,
Yeah, what'd your
mine?
superhero name?
It would be-
Sorry.
I'm a
Or-
superhero. I'm a superhero
or your
now.
superpower name. You could be a villain. You can do whatever you want.
Well, geez, that's pretty right. That's on the spot there, Greg.
But you can see into the future,
Um,
so you got to think of like freaking I don't know, futuristic or something like that. Hey, what's up?
I guess it'll just be future, brah.
Future,
You know?
brah.
Keep it classy.
Nice,
future,
I
brah.
like it. Oh,
Keep it
solid.
classy. And with my already pseudonym Fatback, I could wear my superhero garb on stage and be Fatback, and then off stage I could be future, brah.
Nice, I like it. Seamus.
all right. Well, I don't really see like
Come on,
a whole
please.
lot of. I mean, I don't see a lot of uses for controlling animals. I'm not into
You
bestiality.
can make him do things though, like, for you.
Yeah, but that leads to the dark side, and I don't want to control anybody, and animals included. Unless it's like bugs and spiders and stuff. Stay out of my house.
Those guys in Game of Thrones are cool. What are the Skinwalkers, or what were they called?
I don't know, but these aren't Game of Thrones times, Greg.
Exactly.
This is the 21st
Also,
century.
You didn't say like be able to talk to have like a soulmate animal that like.
Well,
Can
clearly
talk
you
to
can
you,
communicate with a
be your
soulmate
best
animal.
friend.
You can control every animal.
No, it sounds like you're subjugating animals in my eyes, and you're making them like you're gonna be my friend because you have to. Because you want to.
They're all equals in this scenario.
And I'll be the crazy ex-animal controller.
Well, I mean, I saw the movie Beastmaster, and it didn't do anything for me. I mean, I don't want to control animals because I've seen
I've
Beastmaster.
read the book Lies of Loch Lamora, and the Falconer is badass.
See,
That he is.
I respect animals' free choice.
Yeah, but you're not like raping animals. You're just like you're having them like, hey man, go give me that sandwich.
Beats. No.
Go fly over and fucking I don't know. It's like a bird could be your Uber.
Why the hell wouldn't I want to know the future? I would be like richer than Bezos.
But what if you could like control like sharks, or you can control all animals?
Cool. I want to make that great white eat that surfer. No. I'm gonna do it
Exactly.
a great way.
You can make it right.
Or I ride up on the beach on one like fucking Aquaman and I'll have a trident and be like, what's up? Bikini babes, I'm here.
Exactly.
All right. I mean, as cool as that would be, I still want to know the future.
Well, in all fairness, that wasn't my question. That was the internet's. But I don't know. I just saw you as an animal controller. And it was pretty cool.
Wow, dude.
No, in my head I did. It was cool. You had like raccoons and shit.
I'm an animancer.
Exactly. You were like the falconer, but you had like all sorts of like animals like at your side, including a raccoon. It was pretty cool. But that's all I got for Would You Rather. Great job, guys.
Well, thank you for that.
Well, thanks to Greg. That was fun. I believe Seamus has a new segment he'd like to introduce called
Overrated, is it underrated? Overrated, is it underrated? Overrated, is it underrated? Is it somewhere in between?
I'm going to start with working from home.
I wish I could do it.
Right?
So you would say
Yeah,
underrated
especially-
then.
I guess I'm underrated
with-
on that. 'Cause,
With
Yeah.
children, I imagine that would be much more convenient.
well, yeah, I mean, it would be a real
Greg?
time saver. I don't know how I'd work from home as a cook, but that's what I'm picking.
Yeah, it's underrated. You know that. I don't want to leave the house. I don't want to see anybody. I love you guys. Thanks for listening.
See, I work like a good mix from home and out or in the office or in the field. But some days I like not having to get dressed or anything and working from home. But when you work from home like day after day, it gets boring. You want to get out. It's kind of like the pandemic. You've had enough and you just want to get out of the house. So I like a mix. So it's cool.
All right.
All right. Now this one I'm going Post Malone.
Fucking way overrated. I don't like any of this shit.
I'm not gonna say way overrated. I think he is talented, but I do think he is overrated compared to like all the music that's out there. Like, yeah, cool, I get it. You got fucking tattoos on your face. Get out of here.
See, that's why I can't even judge on this because I don't know anything he sings because I just think he looks.
No, he did a Nirvana set that was cool. That was pretty badass. He's done some cool things, but I don't really like his like most of his music's like it's almost like not like Bone Thug shit. I kind of Bone Thugged it up a little bit.
See, if you look at him, you think he should be like doing like hardcore
You
stuff.
think he should be fucking doing 25 to life? Yeah, oh man, yeah. He looks like but that's how all these fucking rappers and fucking musicians look nowadays.
Oh, this new generation
It's
is
cool.
rap.
Fucking
They
have
look
stupid
ridiculous.
ass tattoos on your face.
Stupid like outfits and hats and diamonds in your forehead.
No, that's cool.
Well, that dude had a vision.
Hey.
Ew.
All right. So my next one is underwear.
Overrated.
Grungies. What do you think?
I would say that I spent a very solid portion of my life not caring if I had underwear or not. So I
So
can't
were you
really.
commando for a good portion of that.
Oh yeah, dude. I didn't have a fucking washing machine like for a solid decade.
Oh, God. So you decided to go with no underwear instead of dirty underwear.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I could wash my ass in any gas station bathroom, but I would be throwing away so many underwear if I was trying to do that. So, yeah, man, overrated. Just
Have
wouldn't
you
feel the
ever
scratchy ass of my jeans on my asshole all day.
have you ever been in public and had an accident and had to leave your underwear behind?
No, because I didn't have any.
Yeah, so you better hope it.
So then you leave your pants
You
behind.
walk out, you just dick there like, sorry guys, I had an accident.
See?
Again,
This is why underwear is underrated. If you have an accident, it's one more barrier of protection.
like if that's the case and you got to walk out naked, you just got to own that shit like you do it all the time. It is I, and I am nude. Pay no mind.
All right, great.
It's
What about you?
overrated. I'm gonna go boxer briefs. Like that's kind of underwear, I guess. Like,
Dude, I meant any fucking whatever's your
oh, then
preference.
it's underrated. Then I love it. I love the comfort of underwear. I love to have my junk.
I do too. If I don't have them on, it just feels weird.
Those guys on that podcast talk about that MeUndies. Like, I fucking want to try that shit. That shit sounds fucking amazing.
Yeah, they look pretty cool. I think I saw them on like Facebook.
So I'm all about that comfy underwear.
They do look comfortable. I bet they're made with polyester.
Underwear, socks. Let's go get them. Shirts too, jog pants. Like, oh my god, I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable right now.
Every time I've ever got slippers, I'd only end up wearing them like 2 or 3 times and losing one or two, losing one and not caring about them anymore. I wish I had the fortitude to keep a pair of slippers.
See, I just ordered another pair of slippers today because I got this pair on Amazon. They got like some arch sports built into them, and they're so comfortable.
Yeah.
But now they're getting a little hot. These were actually fleece ones, and they have other ones. They have fleece, and then they have suede ones. So I've ordered the same ones, but in suede.
Check this out.
For the hotter season.
I'm never slipping because I'm wearing slippers. Think about it.
Whoa, that was fucking
Yeah,
prolific,
think about it.
man.
You never catch me slipping because I'm always wearing slippers. I'm always wearing jog pants. Fuck those pants with them zippers. Oh, shit. Damn. Don't steal that, anybody. Can't. It's mine.
That's all you, man. You're hotter than young Earl Simmons.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
you're
hope
like
you pull through, X.
you're like the cool version of Steve Urkel. You're like
thanks,
Stefan,
man.
dog. Yeah, for reals.
did I do that?
All right. Well, that was a great segment, Seamus. Thank you for that. Thank you for
Actually,
Nick Bones.
I wanted to give a shout out to Nick Rhodes in Wakefield. He gave us the idea and tried to incorporate it, and I hope you like it, and I hope we do more of it.
Yeah, thanks for listening, too.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, and YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we're on Spotify, Apple Music, all that stuff. Check out our Patreon. Thanks again for all the support and everyone who's listening. It's awesome. We appreciate it. Any ideas you guys have, fucking email us at gonnaeatthatcrust@gmail.com or yougonnaeatthatcrust@gmail.com. We're still waiting for those emails, people. Let's go. I check my email every day. Still
Send 'em.
nothing. I'm checking again right now.
Same.
Ready?
Same.
Ready? We got something. Just kidding. We didn't get shit.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
All right, listeners. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night.
This ends our podcast.
It's Friday night, and the mood is right. Gonna have some fun. Show us how it's done. TGIF.
If he's going mullet, I guess I'm going to go rat tail. I mean, either way, I can rock a jean jacket with